Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. This is another do-over review for me. Dan Harper, the 𝓑𝓮𝓀𝓲, he actually sent me this beer when we did a trade a couple months ago. And he sent me an expired bottle and I tried to review it and it was, undrinkable. So when I was down at halftime in Poughkeepsie a few weeks ago, I saw they had this and it doesn't expire for another month or so. So I thought I'd give it a try to review it again. Oh, this is the Great Lakes Brewing Company Dortmunder Gold. A handcrafted golden lager from Cleveland, Ohio. And not as dry as a Pilsner, blah blah blah, 5.8% ABV, and it doesn't expire until November 20th of this year. Alright, nice looking beer there. I wish you could see it on camera, but there's just tons and tons of carbonation on this one, like a champagne type. And it looks pretty, yeah, it's clear, it's just condensation on the glass. It's a nice color. It's more of a amber than your typical piss yellow lager. And a nice looking head on there. It smells pretty lagery. It's more of the clean, adjunct-free type lager. I get like a light kind of maybe lemon peel on this. Slightly sweet, maybe a hint of like kind of grassy hops on this. So Dan really wanted me to try this, so here's to you, Dan. Cheers. Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. It reminds me a lot of the Paulaner lager I did a few months ago. More of those cleaner, German type adjunct-free lagers. Not as hoppy and malty as like a Vienna lager, which to me are almost like pale ales. I mean, look at Sam Adams and Brooklyn Lager. But, some nice, clean, refreshing, crisp lager. Really light. Kind of almost like a cracker type maltiness to it. No, not much hop bitterness here though. Not a very bitter beer at all. Very clean. Doesn't have any metallic, nasty kind of flavor you tend to get in like those really low quality macro lagers. Otherwise just plain good beer. I don't know what to say. It's a good lager. I mean, there's just not a whole lot you can do with the style. And I think the Dortmunder style in particular is meant to be, and this beer does conform to the Bavarian purity law. So it is like a very kind of bare bones basic lager. But I just don't really have anything else to say. I mean, is it a bad beer? Not at all. Is it a good beer? It's, it's good in that it's not, nothing wrong with it. There's nothing about that, like I'm drinking this, I really like that. If this is your first review of mine, welcome, but as I've said many, many times, and I think it's true of most craft beer enthusiasts, is that, plain old lager is like, there's really not a whole lot you can do with it. So it's hard to get excited about a beer like this, which is even won, it says world champion gold medal winner. So, yeah, within the style, sure, it's a fantastic lager. As a beer overall, it's just kind of like, okay. It's refreshing, it's easy to drink. Doesn't taste bad. Slight sweetness in there. Hardly any bitterness at all. And so it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Does that make it a great beer? No. But it's okay. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I'll give it a thumbs up. I mean, I probably wouldn't actively seek this out, but it's a beer, if I had to drink a lager, I could do this one no problem. So, yeah, 6 out of 10 for the Great Lakes Dortmunder Gold. Thanks to Dan Harper for sending this a couple months ago. Sorry that bottle was old at the time, but I got to try it anyways. But there you go. So you have to take this review with a big grain of salt, I'm just not a lager fan. Unless this is a big lager or something like that. So, that does it for this episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.